All right, we are recording. So welcome to your second Coach Basics training call. Today we are going to talk about, well, actually, first off, does anybody have any questions off of anything that we've done so far this week?
I don't think so.
Besides the regular errors that I make on a day-to-day basis when I'm typing your daily activities?
I want to know, and this is just, you don't have to share now. I want to know how you organize your follow-ups. Like, how do you keep track of everybody you talk to, what you talked about, what you need to follow up with them, that kind of stuff. Like, I'm just curious to see other people's way of organizing.
Okay. Well, actually, one of the things that we're talking about is follow-ups today, so I can start with that. Something that I do to keep organized with follow-ups is I have a spreadsheet, and my spreadsheet has a couple different pages, and each spreadsheet has my challenge. It has my challenge pack customers, it has my Shakeology customers, and it has my challenge group invites all in there. It also has my coaches in there, just because I like to have a running tally of them and then what rank they are. And I also have a group that I actually have a page, and it's not a spreadsheet, it's just a regular like Word document almost, but through Apple. And it has my challenge groups. It will say, because I have a challenge group starting August 10th. So my challenge group will say 21 Day Fix and Size Challenge Group August 10th. And then underneath it, under bullet points, I write each person. So like basically step by step. So say I send a message to, I can't think of it. Okay, so say I send a message to Frank. And Frank says, I'm not sure, but I should have money around the 15th if I'm going to do it. That's when I get paid. So I'll say, okay, great, sounds good. So what I do is I go into my Excel spreadsheet, I type in his name, I type in the date that we talked, I type in the date that I need to follow up with him, which would be the 15th. And then in the comments, I say, we'll have money on the 15th to sign up. And so then I delete the message off of Facebook. And say the 15th comes around, I message him, and he says, great, I'm so glad you messaged me. I had the money, I'd love to do it. It sounds great. So what I do is I then take them off of that, and I put them on my Word document, and I put him under there, and I say Frank, and then dash 21 Day Fix. Because then I know to add him to my 21 Day Fix challenge group, and that he's doing 21 Day Fix, not size. That way, when I go to add people to my group each time, I know I'm not missing anyone, first off, and I know who's doing what, so I can better help them when they do their program. Most of the time, my challenge groups are usually just one program, but because I have such a mixed variety of size and 21 Day Fix, I just figured it would probably be best to intertwine the two, especially because for anyone doing the 21 Day Fix, they can get a chance to see what size is like, and vice versa. And they both do the exact same meal plan, so why not have them together? Just like if you do like an Insanity Max group along with a regular 21 Day Fix group. So that's what I do. That's the best way that I can do it. I know that if people say like, no, I'll add them, like if like Tyler says, oh no, I don't want to do that, then what I like to do is I usually will add them to that too, and I'll say like invited them on this date, follow up, and I'll say like NA, and then I'll put the reason why, like not interested in a program or doesn't want a program. That way also for the long run, I don't go in and try and invite him again, like because I might later look and go, oh, well, I guess I'll send him an invite, and then realize that he's just going to get pissed off at me because I sent him an invite after he literally explicitly told me he's not interested. So usually, like, if that happens, I usually wait for the person to come to me, honestly. If they, like, comment on my picture and they're like, oh, my God, that looks awesome, then I'll message them. But until then, I'm not going to send them any more invites or anything like that. So that's kind of what I do about follow-ups. Does that make sense?
Total sense.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question about your challenge group coming up, though?
Yeah.
For your 21-day fix and size group, are you doing a 21-day one or a 30-day one?
I'm doing a 21-day one. It's only going to be 3 weeks long.
So how do you, I guess the size people will just keep going? I mean, obviously we want everybody to keep going afterwards, but because the size one's 30 days.
Yeah, so what I do is basically, because with size, I don't know if you guys have size, but
Yeah, and I'm starting on the 10th too, and I have a couple for size and a couple for 21-day fix, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to do one full, like, combined one or do 2 separate ones.
well, see, because the way that the schedule works for size is that the first week there's 6 workouts altogether. The first week you do the first 2, and those are like the easy level, I guess you could say. The next week are the medium level ones, the 2 medium level, and then the last week are the 2 hard level. The 4th week is when you do 1 of each day. So really, the only thing I'm covering is just doing each one. You know what I mean? Like the 3 weeks of starting it. And then afterwards, they can continue. Like, I'll probably keep that group open, honestly, and help anybody that wants to, like, continue to 30 days on it. Like, I'm not going to say, okay, 3 weeks is up, I'm canceling this group. I'll say that I'm going to stick around for another week. You guys are welcome to stick around with me and keep going. And if people don't feel like sticking around, then they're welcome to leave. And if they want to stay, they can stay. But really, the majority of, I don't know how to put it, but basically, like, the majority of most of my effort is going into 3 weeks.
Right.
Because anything more than 3 weeks, because probably in 3 weeks I'm going to be having another challenge group starting. So I would still keep it open for another week until everybody's finished with it and, like, basically get, like, before and after pictures from people. But for the most part, I just want to get them going on that workout program and trying each one of the workouts first. And then the last week is kind of on them, I guess. I mean, I'm still going to do it with them and keep them accountable and stuff, but I'm not going to focus most of my effort on that. Any other questions? No? Okay. So yeah, the importance of follow-ups. Follow-ups are very, 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 very important. I can't talk more about how important follow-ups are. Basically, like on the wake-up call, how they were talking about, say, like, you're a farmer and you're planting and you plant a seed. So you invite somebody and you plant that seed. Well, if you don't cultivate that, a bird's going to come up and scoop over, take that seed and drop it somewhere else, and then it's going to cultivate there. So without you doing follow-ups consistently, somebody else will talk to them and somebody else will get them, because I know firsthand that it happens. It's happened way too often, and it happens very unfortunately. I had a girl that I went to school with, and we weren't really friends in high school, but I knew that she was, like, on this crazy weight loss journey. And I talked to her about the 21-day fix, and she's like, nope, not interested. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I tried. And then I stopped following up with her. I mean, I didn't bother. And then I saw on Instagram the one day she posted a picture of Shakeology in her hand. And I was like, what the heck was that? So I messaged her, and I'm like, oh, you're doing Shakeology. And she's like, oh, yeah, I just got it. I'm doing 21-day fix. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I'm like, when did you start? And she's like, oh, like 2 weeks ago. Well, I had messaged her maybe 2 months ago. So if I would have followed up, it would have been through me. And she ended up going with somebody else because somebody else followed up with her and did what I didn't do. And when I finally got her to get ready to switch over to me, she was all enthused about switching over back to me. And then she got an email. And I looked at the email, and basically what the email said, because she didn't understand it, was this coach had gotten her to sign up as a discount coach. And she had been a coach for more than 3 days. And she no longer could go under me. And it was unfortunate recently, which this doesn't happen. This never happens. So this was like a once in a blue moon, so don't ever count on this. But she deleted her account and signed up under her fiance. So now she's under me. But the moral of the story is that if you don't follow up, somebody else will, and somebody else will get that sale. And that's why they're so important. Let's see. Also, when you are trying to sell somebody something, don't apologize and don't beg. By that I mean, say somebody says, I don't think I want to do this program. It's a lot of money and I just can't do it. And you're like, but you really, really, really should do this program because it's really, really great. And then they're like, listen, I told you that it's just not for me. And you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I just really think it's great. And I think it's wonderful. And I think you might like it. Maybe if you're into that kind of thing, it might be okay. No more might, no more maybe. This is a great program. You will get your results. You will love it. By apologizing, people aren't going to want to get anything from you. By being confident and saying, this program works, you will get the results you're looking for, and I will help you get through those 21 days. People believe in you. They believe, they have confidence. Because you have confidence, they have confidence in you. They have confidence that you will get them through those 21 days. If you're like, well, you know, maybe if you kind of think that it might be a good idea, then maybe I can try and help you as much as possible. I mean, if you're into that, like, I don't want to force you, but, you know, it's up to you. They're going to be like, nah, I don't think so, because who's going to spend $140 for a maybe? Nobody. Not one person. So that's, you have to, and I know that I'm the biggest culprit of that, almost feeling like I'm being annoying to people, feeling like people are going to look at me and be like, seriously, can you stop messaging me? And I've learned to stop apologizing, because when you apologize, people aren't interested. When I stopped apologizing and stopped basically with the maybes and the if you'd like, or when I started being more confident, more people started coming to me. More people were asking me about the products. More people were coming to me and saying they want to do a challenge with me because they see that I'm confident about it. The importance of being you. You're your own person. There's not another person on this earth that's like you. There may be people that have similar interests as you, but no one is exactly you. By being you is what's going to bring your story in. That's what's going to drive your business. I know I talk a lot about, I actually just had this struggle with Amy about finding my niche market. If you don't know what a niche market is, it's your market. It's what kind of people you're looking for. So like Amy, she looks for baby moms. I know Kate also is a mom, so she looks for also busy moms. So you have to find something that's going to work for you. And me, I've had this struggle where I don't think that anything in my life is important enough to be a niche market. Nothing. And Amy kicked my ass this morning, telling me.
What did she tell you yours is? Because I don't know what mine is.
That's what my problem has been. But basically my niche market is, what did she say? I think she said artists. Yeah, artists, um, travelers, and chubby girls. Because, and
Okay, girl.
I'll explain that. So
You're not.
I love to travel. I also love to paint and draw and stuff. That's kind of something that it's one of my outlets that helps me relax when I'm stressed out. And basically, there are some people who were skinny all throughout their lives, and then they kind of like hit this plateau where they like hit that age where all of a sudden they start gaining weight, and they're like, where the heck is all this coming from? And then that kind of thing. But for me, growing up, my sister was always super skinny, and I was not. I was always that chubby girl. I was always bigger than everybody else. My best friend told me that I would always be the fat best friend and that no guys would like me. So kind of like stemming from that I would always be the chubby girl and never the skinny girl. So kind of like being able to connect with people who feel the same way, people that feel like they're just going to be chubby the rest of their life. They're just destined to be bigger. So that's kind of like my niche market, are those kind of people. I mean, if you need help finding your niche market, you can certainly message me with some things about yourself. Just, you know what I mean? Like what you like to do, personality wise, what's your interests, that kind of thing. And I can try and help you find your niche market, because I know it was a struggle for me. It was not fun. It's still not fun. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to approach that. But, you know, it's a learning curve, right?
Like, how do you find those hashtags to find those people?
Well, I know that for me, because it's actually happened a lot because of, what's it called? Instagram. I was using working progress as a hashtag, and I ended up commenting on a whole bunch of drawing pictures. Unfortunately, they were not workout pictures. And, but it also fit in kind of like with my niche market and stuff. Like one of my girls, who's probably one of the closest people that I have, is actually just like me, which is really funny because when I figured out my niche market, she is my niche market. Like, she always thought she was going to be that chubby girl. She loves to travel. I mean, where was she? She was just somewhere, Colorado. She just came home for 2 days, and now she's in Texas because she loves to travel. So, you know, and she draws for a living. Not for a living, but she draws and sells her stuff. So she is my niche market, which is funny to think about, but it's true. I think when you talk to people that you find out if they're in your niche market or not. I mean, you can gravitate towards people who aren't in your niche market, but the people who are the people that you're really going to gravitate towards and really form a connection with. And I mean, I haven't obviously realized till recently what my niche market is, but I think when I go on like Facebook and stuff, like, or Instagram, and I'm looking up people, I would go weight loss or working progress or something. Find somebody that I can instantly connect to, and that's who I invite. I wouldn't invite somebody who is super fit. I would invite somebody who is a little bit on the heavier side and is really looking to gain her confidence back. I mean, there are some people who are like well on that train and will invite just about anybody, but I would focus towards more people who I can relate to. And you can almost tell if you can relate to somebody just from looking at a couple of their pictures. So, I mean, the hashtag thing is probably something that I still have to work out on my own as well. But I think that some just like trial and error can really help you with that. Any questions about that or anything? No? Okay. That is mostly it for what I have for today. Basically, just a recap is just how important follow-ups are, being confident and consistent. Make sure, how often to follow up with people. Each person is different. Like I said, there's a lot of people who said, like on my spreadsheet, I have it where I literally have a date to follow up with people. So I usually, if I don't have a date to follow up, like if I invited somebody to a challenge group and I got no response, or I get a response and then all of a sudden they drop off the face of the earth because I know that you all have had that situation before. And I would usually wait a day and follow up the next day. So then I would write in for whatever, I'd say like Amanda. And then I would say talk to her on this day, follow up on this day. And then in the follow-up column, I would say, stopped responding, message her to see if she's still interested in joining my group, that kind of thing. Those messages I wouldn't delete from my Facebook though, just so I have like a record of it. Ones that I know of the follow-up and I know of what exactly I have to talk about when I follow up are ones that I don't bother with and I can just delete out of my messages. But that's pretty much all that I have. Do you guys have any questions about anything? Anything we've done this week? Anything that came up today that you're frustrated about or need an answer to?
Everything. Can you, could you send me, even like a blank template of your Excel's customer sheet, please?
Yep. I'll send you mine because it has stuff in it, and then you can just take the stuff out and edit it the way you want it.
I do have a question. I haven't asked Amy this yet, so you probably know the answer. When it comes to customer leads, like I got one this week. Like I went and pulled the Excel sheet or whatever, but I can't figure out like why I got her. Like I don't know what she ordered or whatnot.
Okay, so there's two types of leads, and I believe it's just changed recently. You have to be an Emerald to receive leads, first off.
Right.
Second off, if you're Success Club 5, you can get customer leads, and if you're Success Club 10, you can get Shakeology leads. The difference is a Shakeology lead, you get the commission for the Shakeology. A customer lead, you don't make any commission off of it. So they will order something and you won't know what it is and you don't get commission on it, but they're now your customer. So
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so what I did actually, which I actually just did this, is I ran an Excel spreadsheet of all of my customer leads that I've ever gotten since I've been a coach. And I stepped way out of my comfort zone, way out. And I sent a text message to every single one of them and said, "Hi, I'm Ashley, your Team Beachbody coach. I just wanted to check up and see how you're doing." That was it. And I got a lot of non-responses, but I also got a couple of really good responses and people who are now going to be in my challenge groups. Because I said, "How are you doing your program?" And one girl, she's like, "Oh, I'm doing great. I love it. It's so wonderful." And I said, "Oh, what program are you doing?" And she said, "The 21-day fix." And then I said, "Are you drinking Shakeology?" And she said, "Yeah, but I don't like it." And I go, "Well, why don't you like it?" And she says, "Oh, well, I just drink it with water." And I was like, "Well, no wonder you don't like it." I'm like, "Who told you to do that?" And she goes, "Oh, well, that's what it says." And I was like, "Listen, this is how you mix it, and this is what you should put in it, and let me know how you taste it." And she did that, and she loves Shakeology. She wants it every month, and I'm pretty sure she's going to end up signing up to be a coach. So, I mean, customer leads, although you don't get anything from it, in the long run, it's beneficial. There's a lot of, which I didn't know until I had been on a couple of Team Boom calls, there are a lot of customer leads that become coaches. And I'll tell you for one reason. Like me, I was recruited by somebody on Instagram. They sent me a message. They said that I'm doing a great job, you know, the script that we send. So I was recruited. People who are customer leads decided on their own to buy a program. So they're already one step ahead of the game because they had the initiative. You know what I mean? It didn't take any talking into or convincing that this is right for them. They took that initiative from the beginning to buy that program and buy Shakeology. So if they had that initiative, obviously they're ready for a change and they're ready to better themselves. And those are the people who make the best coaches. So my suggestion would probably be to reach out to them. I've tried to email all of my customer leads, and I never get a response. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never gotten one response from any customer lead I've ever had, and I send one to everyone I get. And then once I started texting them is when I started getting a response. So that would be my suggestion, is to send them a message and just try and figure out what program they have, if they want any help with it. I need to tell them when I first start the conversation that I'm on Facebook and I'd love for them to add me, and I can add them to one of my challenge groups because they're already my customer. So once they add me, I can add them to the bod squad. I can add them to one of my challenge groups. So, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes. I just didn't know if I was reading this when I pulled the Excel sheet, if I maybe was reading it wrong, but.
No. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I've tried, and it usually says like you know, when you sign a new customer and it tells you that they ordered something and it's $0 or something, it's like the sign up is $0. That's usually what you end up seeing. I don't think you end up actually seeing what they ordered. Not that I think.
Man, it doesn't have her stinking phone number.
Oh, is hers do not contact?
There's the phone number blank is just blank.
Well, then you can
Wonder if
try
I
to
can
email her.
find her. Huh?
You can always try and email her.
I'm gonna try to Facebook find her.
That's fine. That works too. But the only thing I have to say is that if you try and send her a message via Facebook and you're not friends with her, it'll go in her spam. So
yeah.
Hopefully she added you as a friend on your stuff. Oh, also, I should probably talk about. So the importance of being Emerald, which I know Kate and Sam are. Being Emerald, or basically the power of how to earn as an Emerald. As an Emerald, like I said, you get customer leads and you qualify for Shakeology leads. You also, when you become an Emerald, qualify for Team Cycle bonuses, which you guys know what Team Cycle bonuses are? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So you qualify for Team Cycle bonuses, which are a big bonus in your business. Basically, Team Cycle bonuses are what help you make the most income. Like your downline, the volume that your downline creates for you is what creates your income. Not that you sold 24 challenge packs in 1 month, because yeah, that might be a nice paycheck, but that's a paycheck. That's it. That's not a consistent thing. It's not from your downline. It's just basically based on how many sales you make. So great. You know, I mean, yes, it is very good to earn Success Club, but besides Team Cup, because that doesn't count, most months I aim to earn Success Club 5 to 10. And once I hit that, my focus is on my team, but once I hit Success Club 5 or 10, my focus goes on my team and helping them hit Success Club. Because, you know, yeah, I could keep pushing and pushing and hit, I don't know, I could get 20 Success Club points if I really, really tried and I really put the effort in. But the importance is having my team hit Success Club, not just me. So, I mean, people can have a good month and say, oh, yeah, I made 20 Success Club points. But then they have a nice check. But then the next month, they have no sales and they have 4 Success Club points and they're struggling to sell that one more challenge back. And you're like, okay, well, last month was great, but so how's your downline doing? Do you know what I mean? So it's important to become Emerald and then continue to rank advance and build under your team and try and help them hit Emerald and hit Success Club and all that good jazz. Do you guys have any other questions?
Not that I can currently think of.
Oh, sure. You'll just message me later. I'm just kidding.
I will. I'm trying to think. Oh, my brain's goo.
I hear you. Okay. You know what? I think if I thought of something I can talk about. It has there's 2 different sections of what to talk about for these calls. And so, the coach to customer conversion. Have you guys ever heard about that yet?
Vaguely.
Wasn't that one of our videos the other day?
I believe so. Yeah.
Or I watched a video about it. I watch so many freaking YouTube videos, I get confused.
Yeah, so basically the customer to coach conversion. And like they say, the best coaches are the best customers. Or the best customers make the best coaches. That's what it is. So basically, if you have a customer who has done the 21-day fix, they've drank Shakeology, they've been active in your challenge groups for the past 3 weeks, those are the people you need to focus on turning into coaches. Yes, you will have people who have never tried a product and want to coach. It's just harder because off the bat, they don't know how to help. Or how to talk about the product because they haven't really had the product or tried the product yet. So basically the best thing to do is go through your 3-week, get them in their challenge group, help them for 21 days. At the end of the 21 days, with your 5 best friends, you send them messages and say, hey, I just wanted to check in on you. You're doing an amazing job. Are you interested in A, joining my next challenge group, B, moving on and trying something a little more difficult like 21-day fix extreme, or C, are you ready to become a coach and give back? And you let them pick. And then you go through the whole coach conversion document that we have from changing them from, customers to coaches. Do you guys have any questions on customer to coach conversion?
I have a question on discount coach to business builder conversion.
Okay.
Okay, so when, I'm talking to one friend who, I don't know her other than online. She signed up as a discount coach. She's excited to be she wants to work the business. She's not 100% sure if it's going to work out. She's probably where we all are right now.
Yeah.
And I guess my question would be is there something that you specifically say to encourage, or I know we do send the welcome email, which I'm still tailoring mine from Amy's. It's hard.
I know.
But so I don't know. What do you do?
When I have a customer, because I actually have somebody right now who was like, maybe I'll coach, but right now I just want the discount. I like to tell them that, the way that I perceive it there are times when I want to quit this business. There are a lot of times, actually, that I want to quit this business because I get overwhelmed and I get frustrated, and then I'm ready to quit. And I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not good enough for this. It's just not going to happen. But then I think about it in the simple terms, which is what I kind of try and convey to my discount coaches, is that I love this product. I love everything about Beachbody, and I'm not stopping anytime soon with Shakeology. So why not try and coach? Even if I spent 30 minutes a day, even if I sent 5 invites before I passed out in bed, why not try? Because I plan to continue to drink Shakeology and do the 21-day fix and do the workouts. So why not try to work this business and try to make money off of it? Because either way, I'm going to be spending that money every month to get that product. So I just like to try and basically explain to them why, or I like to explain to them what coaching has done for me so far, how much happier I've become, how much I've grown as a person, the benefits of making money, being able to cover my Shakeology costs. So I just like to, by the time I've got somebody to be my discount coach and I'm trying to convert them to a regular coach, I usually have a good enough relationship with them that I can be real and raw with them and honestly tell them how much I love this product and how I feel about it. And usually that kind of does it for them. And I like to tell them, I say, there's a couple training videos that I'd like you to watch. I'd like you to go through it. Just try it. If it seems like something you'd like to continue to do, great. We'll set up our first Zoom call. If you're still not ready to start, then that's okay too. And then I start to send them that coach document, which has basically, I think they fill out like a survey, and it's in a group. It's in one of the documents. But what you do is you send the first part, they read it, they watch the video, they fill out the survey, then you send the second part. Then eventually it shows them the Instagram documents or how to send an invite on Instagram, that kind of thing. And that's the best way that I do it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, total. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? No? Okay. Well, let me stop the recording.